Are you interested in NFTs and need to do research on them, but don't exactly know what to research? I'm going to help you out with that. I just made a video basically briefly describing what NFTs are and exactly why they're going to be around for a long time. So if you haven't checked that out already, I strongly encourage you to go do that now. But let's go ahead and jump right on into basically basic NFT research. Now, the main research that you're really going to be wanting to do associated with NFTs is going to be the person behind the NFTs, whether it be a team or a person. Basically, the why you want to do this is for NFTs, once they're part of a collection, the main value that you're going to have is that entire collection going up in value, rather than one specific piece going up in value because it's really rare, really unique. Yes, that will happen, but you're going to basically, it'll be a better investment if the entire collection as a whole moves up in value. And how to do this is by looking at who created it. For example, VFriends is going to, in my opinion, do amazingly well and be great just because of its creator. Gary V is already a multi-millionaire. He owns several businesses. He's a CEO of several businesses, multi-million-dollar businesses such as VaynerMedia, and it's just going to do ridiculously well. So that's why that project, let alone besides, and whether you like the art or not, because it's basically doodles and drawings, I think it's going to do amazingly well because of its creator, Gary V. Now there's other projects such as the one I own is Wooshi World Collection. Its founders and the people behind it are associated with a branded esports company, and so they're doing things along the lines of esports and competitions like that. That's why I got into it. I'm a fan of it and I really like it, and I like the team behind it, so that's why I got into it. Now, how you would go about basically looking at and seeing who created an NFT project, most of the time you can find that information on their website. If you go into OpenSea and look at the collection that you're looking at getting into, normally there's a link directly to their website from there. From there, it will vary from website to website, but you can search around and see, all right, who's the creators of this? Normally it's about the info or the about or contact us, something like that. You can normally find that information there. If you can't find it, that would be kind of a red flag to me. I'm sure there's some good ones out there, but that's just something that I like to look for. The other option, the other thing that you need to look into is basically the community surrounding the NFT project. Now, the community in a large sense is going to vary widely. It could have a strong, say, YouTube following or Twitter following or Instagram following or whatnot. But most NFT projects now have a Discord, and I would definitely check the Discord and see how many people are in there and see how active the Discord community is. For the Wooshi World Collection, I believe it's 40,000 people are in the Discord right now. There's other NFT projects that are well over 100,000 people in it. So it can vary a lot, but for myself, I like to see typically 30,000 plus. It shows that there's quite a wide range of people in that NFT project that are at least interested in it to some degree. The other thing that I look at when I'm looking at NFTs is if it's already minted and people are already holding it, how many individual people are actually holding it. For Wooshi World, for example, there's over 4,000 unique owners, which basically means there's 4,000 different people or different wallets that own the Wooshis. So that's good to see compared to if you just see, say, a project only has 1,000 unique owners. That means, and they have 10,000 projects, that means on average, each person owns 10 of them. So that's not very diversified. There's not as many people in the community that own the project, so it's typically not as good of a thing to see. But also, that kind of just my opinion. It varies. Some people, it doesn't bother them at all, but that's what I like to see. Now, the other thing that you want to look at is it's quite a few things that I really go and looking at. I look at, though, their social media presence. Basically, check out their Twitter, their Instagram, YouTube if they have one. Any type of social media presence that they have, go and check it out. I like to see typically post at minimum daily, multiple times a day. Daily is what I prefer to see. And that's just because of my beliefs and what I kind of think of. If you have a project that's posting 10 times a day compared to a project that's posting once a week, the project that's posting 10 times a day is obviously more involved with their community, more involved with the project, and I think it's a better sign than the project that's only posting once a week. The other thing to look at is just how many people are following them, and that do they have 1,000 followers or they have 100,000 followers? That can make a difference because then their reach is going to be a lot more when they do end up posting things. So it's kind of the basic things that I look out for, just like the reach, the community, who's behind it, things like that. And also one of the major things that I look at as well is utility and the roadmap. Basically the roadmap, it's hit or miss. It can be great because it can show you where the team's planning on heading, but not all teams are able to follow the roadmap precisely or even follow it continually at all. Some people will just give up the roadmap and go kind of decide to go their own way, which is nothing wrong with that, but you need to make sure that your community is aware of it, especially if you're doing an NFT project like this. So that's kind of my 2 cents on what to research for an NFT project before you buy in and invest in it for yourself. Always do your research yourself and always kind of decide if you like it or not. One other thing I should mention though is it's NFTs, it's art. If you don't subjectively like it, I don't encourage you to get into it just because you think it's going to be a great investment. Pick something that you subjectively like, because then if it does well or not, you're going to enjoy it more because you subjectively like it. So say even if it does go to zero, you may not care as much because you subjectively like it, and you can show like, yeah, I believed in this project, so I got it. I thought they were really, really cool looking, but ended up failing. You still have a story behind it, even though if your investment failed. But that's just my opinion. That's kind of why I bought the Wooshis, is I really like the project. I like how they look. I like the roadmap, and I'm hoping that just eventually it'll make me some money, but I'm still not planning on selling for months, whether it goes up or down. I don't really care. I'm just planning on holding for quite a while. So that's my 2 cents. I want to thank everyone that has watched this far and leave a like or commented or subscribed. It really means a lot. It really helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next one.